Hello, this is Mr. Rutt. I hope you're ready for another PE lesson. Remember, let's work hard, let's try new things, and let's learn from our mistakes today. Let's get started with our lesson. For today's lesson, we're going to do a throwing lesson. So you just need a ball, a small ball of some sort. If you don't have a small ball that would work, you can always take a pair of socks and just roll them up into a ball, and that would work just fine, especially if you're in your house and you don't want to break anything. I just have a little wiffle ball today that I'm going to be using. You also need some sort of basket or bucket. I have just this bucket right here that I'll be using later on in the lesson. So I'm going to put the bucket to the side, and we're going to start with our lesson. There are two different ways that we can throw. We can do an underhand throw, or we can do an overhand throw. So first we're going to practice just an underhand throw. So the first thing let's do is just practice the tick-tock arm. So if I turn my body to the side, I'm going to tick my arm back like a grandfather clock that has an arm that goes tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm just going to move my arm back and forward, back and forward. Let's just practice that. We're not going to toss the ball yet. Ready? Go. Remember to keep your arm straight as you do your tick-tock arm. Okay, go ahead and stop there. Next, let's practice what our feet are going to do. Start with your feet together, and I'm going to step with my opposite foot. So I'm holding the ball with my right hand, so I'm going to step with my left foot. And all I'm going to do is step forward and then bring it back. Step forward and then bring it back. Let's do it together. Ready? Begin. Remember to step with the same foot, and it should be your opposite foot from the hand that's holding the ball. Okay, go ahead and stop right there. Next, let's practice putting all those steps together. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our feet together. We're going to tick our arm back. We're going to step forward and then tock forward. So it again goes feet together, tick, step, tock. Now don't toss the ball yet, but just practice that motion until you get it really good. Let's give it a try. Ready? Go. Remember, it's feet together, tick, step, tock. Okay, go ahead and stop there. Now, if you have your basket or bucket, make sure you set that up. And now you're going to try to toss your ball and try to get it into that bucket or basket. And you're going to try to do that feet together, tick, step, tock. Try to make a nice toss and see if you can make it in that bucket. If you make it, good, go grab it and go back to your spot you're tossing from. You can be as close as you need to. You can start really close if you want at first, but then maybe you could start a little bit further back as you get more confident. Let's give it a try. Ready, set, go. remember, it's feet together, tick, step, tuck.
All right, go ahead and stop right there. Next, let's try to do our overhand throw. So for our overhand throw, we're going to be throwing over our head when we throw. So not under our waist, but over our head. So the first thing we want to get used to is turning our body sideways to our target. So if I was to be throwing right towards you, I wouldn't want to face you like this. I would want to turn sideways to you, okay? And then the hand that's holding the ball should be furthest away from my target. So if you're my target, I'm going to hold the ball farthest away like this. If I was throwing with my left hand, then I would have to turn and face the other way. So make sure you're facing the correct way. I'm going to throw with my right hand, so I'm going to turn and face this way, okay? You don't want to hold it with the hand that's closest to your target and throw it like that, okay? Now, once you have your sideways to your target, the next thing I'm going to do is just get used to stepping towards my target. So I step like I'm stepping sideways, I step towards my target just like that. So if I'm throwing towards you. Now, if I was throwing towards this bucket, then I would turn sideways to the bucket and I would step towards the bucket and then bring my foot back. Step towards the bucket and then bring my foot back. I want you to pick a target and then we're going to practice just doing that step. Let's do it together. Ready? Begin. Remember to step with the same foot each time, and the foot that's closest to your target is the foot that steps. Okay, go ahead and stop right there. Next, we're going to practice not actually throwing, but we're going to practice what it would look like to throw. So if I'm throwing at you, I turn sideways. I have the ball in my hand. I'm not going to throw it, but I'm going to step, and when I step, I get my hand up high, and then I'm going to pretend that I throw it really hard right towards you, okay? So again, I start with my feet together, I step and throw it hard, okay? Feet together, and then I step and throw it hard, and throw it overhand, not underhand, okay? So if I was throwing towards my bucket, then I would feet together, step, throw it hard. Feet together, step, throw it hard. Okay? Don't throw the ball, but let's just practice that motion. Ready? Go. Okay, go ahead and stop there. Last thing we're going to do is try to throw your ball and get it into the bucket. An overhand throw is really good if you're further away. So if you can be further away from your bucket, then try to be further away and do an overhand throw and try to get that ball in that bucket. Step, throw. Now if you miss, that's okay. You go get your ball and then you try it again, and you're going to try to do that step and overhand throw into the bucket. Let's give it a try. Ready? Go. right, good job. Go ahead and stop right there. Hopefully you were able to make some good throws today. You can keep practicing all of your underhand and overhand throwing and keep practicing in order to get better, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Proverbs 14:23. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty.